I'm happy to be the destination instead of the journey. But only for now.
Touchy. Right. The end. My head hurts playing this game. What have a feeling that if you play that backwards, you might get a better verse of what the hell that just said. Can I load from where I was? I can. I don't think I have many more endings. The only other option I have is going downstairs rather than up. Because I think if I go through the red door no matter what, it will do the same. It won't make any difference. It'll still do what he did originally. It would still put the words, please die, at the end of the fucking screen. So, the only option I have at the moment is to just randomly go downstairs, and go up. Because once you get to the director's office, you only have the one choice after that. Unless when you decide to disable the generator, you go downstairs rather than upstairs. I don't know. Still, that little twat killed me twice, and then killed me 3 times, but the third ending was weird as hell. I mean, I know this game's obviously Half-Life 2 isn't fucking serious, but right. So start this last one. I think. I don't think there's any more choices. I don't know what happens when you go downstairs, so I could have other choices afterwards. Skip. Alright, let's get the hell out of here.
Stanley decided to go to the staff lounge to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying.
The floor looks slanted.
When Stanley came to
Left.
a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. As Stanley entered the lounge, he was horrified to find not a single
I wonder where that
person
is.
here. He decided he would walk up to see his boss, hoping that he would find an answer there.
Let's go to our bus, shall we? Let's go see the bus.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
Did
his
he? Well, I'm
boss's
gonna walk down
office.
then. Because I'm obviously not Stanley. I am not a Stanley.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, of admitting that he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, was it really worth taking that risk? All because he believed everyone had disappeared? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. Everyone I know simply vanishing out of the blue, there's almost no other explanation for it. And a nagging fear began to creep up in his mind. Questions that had been there all along. He just hadn't put his finger on them yet. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Was he just walking around in circles? Where am I, he thought. And the more he found himself unable to answer these questions, the more questions continued to arise, until he came to the issue that had been slowly boiling until he could ignore it no longer. Why is there a voice in my head, dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Suddenly, every door slammed shut. "No!" Stanley screamed. "I need to get out of here. I need to know that there's something out there. I need to know it's not just all in my head." And he screamed and clutched at his skull as the voice grew harsher and the music in the background rose higher and higher. And then, moments before collapsing to the ground, Stanley clenched his fists and screamed to anyone who might be listening, "I'm not real! I'm not real! Don't believe any of it! None of it's real!" And then everything went black.
Did it? For a second there, I was pretty non-blacked.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She got dressed, went to work, clocked in, clocked out, and then she walked home. But her walk on this day was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming
Ditto.
to himself, and then collapsed
What a
dead on the
coincidence.
sidewalk. Moments after seeing him, she would turn, run to the nearest police station, and call for an ambulance. But for just a few brief seconds, she merely stood there, unable to move. The tragedy was not the death of a single person. It was that she would never know this man's story, never hear in his own words what had happened to him.
Oh, it's
or
an
what he
interesting
believed
tale,
had
I'll give you
happened
that.
to him. For to know these things would be to exist inside the head of the man himself. So all she could do was observe from a distance and pity him. But Mariella had places to be and people to meet with, very important people, whose impressions of her would affect her career and indeed the
Lucky
rest of
her.
her life. She stood there for only a moment, looking down at the body, and then she ran.
Well, that went in. That was interesting. That was interesting. Not as many endings as I heard. I heard there was loads, but that was what there was. The 3 death ones, the original "do what he says" ending, the random going nowhere ending, and that one that's where I punched myself in the head and died repeatedly. That's 6 endings there. 2 of them I would consist to be your normal. You know, you could understand what the hell is going on, such as where he was apparently mad and punched himself in the middle of the street, and the woman just thought meh. And then there was one where you actually follow the guy's instructions and you save an empty company. Then there's the ones where it went really interesting, such as a voice that wasn't there set off I set off the DNA detonation device. Well, I didn't have the right DNA to turn a valve handle, by the way, or just a valve if you want to be specific. Yeah, I didn't have the right DNA to touch the valve, like Metal Gear style. So I set off the explosion. It's alright though, because he added a minute or so onto the timer to talk bollocks before he left. 12 seconds before it blew up. The one where I got put into a machine and then wasn't crushed, told I was dead, saw hundreds of textures and objects randomly used as if I was seeing clips of my previous stories for no reason. Then I seem to have fallen out of a door window. And then there was the one that really creeped me out the most, was when I had the words "please die" written on the front of the screen for about 5 minutes. So yeah, all in all, it was pretty interesting. Never met the boiler tuners. I need to stop referencing that. Yeah, interesting game, worth its price. Of £0 and $0, worth its freedom, I must admit. Many messages could get mixed up. If there is a hidden message in there, I can see people easily getting confused at what it is. I think the guy just wanted what he said he wanted to show, as if it would be for a video game. I just can't get over how random that was. I mean, I've played weird games in my time. Heck, I've played Nightmare House 2. I've played fucking Dante's Inferno. I've Metro 2033. Sims can get weird at moments. But even Portal can't match the sheer random. I mean, even a talking... I'm not going to spoil it too much, but a talking potato taking the piss out of you. And imagining an old man burning a house down with lemons is not as weird as being blown up because you touched a handle by a disemboweled voice who only got mad at you because you didn't follow the story he had planned for you. It's like the Adjustment Bureau meets Final Destination. It's weird. There's never been a game that has made me want to talk about after it's finished, apart from Fear 2, but that's for different subjects. Yeah, it's gonna take me a while for the stuff to sink in. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. The random stuttering, sorry about that. But I hope you will enjoy the actual Half-Life video and the Del Arnhem video, and the night, obviously, as I mentioned the game I'm going to do it, the Nightmare House 2 LP I'm going to do. It's not, I have played Nightmare House 2, I know it's not going to be a long, it's probably going to be 2 sets, maybe 1. Half-Life is going to be, depending, I think, about 5 sets, maybe. And Dead Island, I do not know. It's another RPG. I seem to be having hundreds of those. So yeah. Oh, and Half-Life 1. I will get around to doing that. And then any other, if anyone knows any scary or random Half-Life mods, 2 or 1, or Half-Life Episode 2, doesn't matter, then please, I would love any information, because the weirder the better. But I don't see how it can compete with this. It's so simple. It's like Sims. It's pretty simple, but it's because it's simple that it's so good. You didn't do anything. You just moved forward and occasionally pressed E. Oh, and I apparently pressed B, Y, and J at one point. So yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just really trying to. I think what set it off was when I got blown up, and then I was trying to get a non-death ending, and I got weirder and weirder. It's like, I can understand the whole nuclear explosion, and then it went to fucking, what was it, being told to die second, or was it the crushing part second? The crushing, wasn't it? Because I want to go up. Yeah, I think it was the crushing that was second, and then I was told to get to go and see my mates, read my kids a bedtime story, then die. Which is pretty nice, really. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you come back for more. Thank you, and see you soon.